Hi, welcome to Sense 14. So, Sense 14 is feel, particularly touch on the skin. So, first of all, before you start, go ahead and do your journal work and unpause, and then let's talk really briefly about this. So, feel is one of the senses that we're very familiar with. So, you might have to, on these senses that we're more familiar with, kind of break through this, like, oh, I already know about that. And just kind of commit to being totally open and maybe experiencing it in a different way than you have ever before, or experiencing it more intensely by putting our attention just on that sense. So I'd like to invite you to do that today, to bring ourselves back into connection with our bodies, back into real life, in connection with our authentic selves and the reality of what's happening, so we can actually live our real lives. So touch, this is such a nice one. We all know what it's like to be touched in sort of stereotypical ways, maybe like in a passionate relationship, for example, or being hugged by a relative, that kind of thing. Or if you go to the more negative side, which would just be attraction away from that towards something else, right? Being hit by someone, something like that, or impacted when you fall or land on something, for example. So touch in all realms we want to kind of consider today. Something for me that's really special with touch is my daughter and I go to sleep holding hands, and there's a lot of evidence out there to support, and it's just sort of known that mothers and their children, particularly babies — why do I always have such a hard time saying particularly? It's like a tongue twister for me. But that we regulate each other's nervous systems. And that is such a beautiful thing, just by touch, just actually by proximity, but touch makes it even more palpable, literally and metaphorically. So just sometimes my daughter will wake up in the middle of the night and say, Mama, can you hold my hand? And we'll just hold hands for a minute, and that like calms her, and she goes to sleep. And it actually does the same for me. It's really beautiful. Another kind of touch, if this is something that you love to do, massages for me are really amazingly important. And whether you get this from someone in your life that you live with, or professional massage, or you just massage — I will just massage my own hands sometimes. That sense of touch where you're actually releasing toxins from the body system is just such a beautiful healing kind of touch as well. So I would love you to consider all of the ways that touch impacts your life, not just touch from another human, but maybe touch when you pet your dog or your cat, or just touch when you're feeling like I have my house filled with soft things because we lay on the rug, and it's that feeling where our skin is touching something can be a really nice experience, you know? So, yeah, just consider that in your life. And I would love you to just have connection with your own wild body today, your own wild nature, and notice how things feel when you touch them. Maybe notice textures, and bring in some other senses, temperature, maybe that kind of thing. And just take out a little bit of time, though, during the day, like really invest a little bit of time and go around maybe and just touch things in your home, or specifically give your daughter a hug, or your mom a hug, or a friend, or just hug yourself, and just really be present to what does that feel like, and really processing, I'm able to perceive this, like this pressure on my skin. It brings in a lot of the other senses as well. So yeah, I just encourage you to be with that today and maybe find some appreciation for all the amazing things our body can do, including perceived touch. So have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, don't forget to journal at the end before you leave. Bye.